Hey everyone, it is Monica here, your independent epicure consultant, and this is week 7 of the healthy meal prep. This week I have done things a little differently. I haven't prepared as much. It is Valentine's Day weekend, and here in my province of British Columbia in Canada, it is a holiday. I think it's a holiday in the US too. I think it's President's Day weekend. So we're indulging a little bit. So we really only have 4 weekdays to prepare for. So what I thought I'd do today is a little different. So I'm going to share with you our quick breakfast and 2 kind of mishmash lunch dinner options that can be used in a whole bunch of different ways. So I'm pretty excited about what I have for you. Let's start with breakfast. I have made a batch of our sweet banana bread, which I make all the time. I always make sure I have this in the house. This is of course gluten-free like all of our products. And I have made it into a loaf, and you will see the kids have already been into it. So this can be breakfast. You can add in some zucchini in here. You could mix it up and do this with like as a zucchini bread instead of a banana bread. You could throw some chocolate chips in here. You could make some chocolate sauce and drizzle it over for a beautiful dessert. However you want to do it. It's really versatile, it's gluten-free, and it is delicious. You would never in a million years guess this was made with gluten-free flours. Sometimes I find them to be really gritty or grainy. Beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The next thing I have done, and I'm pretty proud of this one, I have made a homemade, no knead, gluten-free loaf. I used Robin Hood flour. The trick with doing this, if you know how to make no knead bread, you need yeast, salt, water, and flour. If you're using gluten-free flour, you have to have xanthan gum in it. If you don't, you can buy it and add it separately. I haven't tried that yet. So the Robin Hood gluten-free flour, I've done it with here. We haven't cut into it yet. I'm hoping it's not too dense. It didn't raise as well as I thought it would. So I'm going to keep experimenting with that and let you know. But here's how I included an Epicure product in here. Not because I had to, but because I know it would be really good. So this is our everything bagel. And this is a really yummy topper. And it can, of course, be added into things. It is made with chia, sesame seeds, onion, garlic, and that's it. So it's got lots of fiber in here, great source of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids. And you can put it into hummus, on top of avocado, into cream cheese, omelets, dips, roasted veggies, baked potatoes, mac and cheese, warm grain salads, chops, chicken, or fish. And of course, it works perfectly in bread. So I'm pretty excited to try this baby out. And one of the things I'm going to be doing with that, of course, is toast for breakfast. But the other thing I'm going to be doing with it is I am going to be putting pulled pork on it and making pulled pork gluten-free sandwiches. So I did up a batch of our pulled pork. That was 5 pounds of pork shoulder. And I did it in the Instant Pot. You add some ketchup. I used organic duck, red duck ketchup, but you can of course use the good old Heinz, whatever you like. You throw in some vinegar and you throw in brown sugar, and of course you can adjust that. Some people like a little sweeter, some people are really worried about the health consequences of sugar, so you can cut it back. Depends on how you like it. So this is how it looks in the Instant Pot. It's going to be really hard to see, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It smells delicious. And so once you've got those ingredients in the pot, you also throw in the packet of our pulled pork seasoning. And so I did this in the Instant Pot. It took about 60 minutes in the Instant Pot. You could do it in a crock pot. You could do it in a big old pot. You could do it in a slow cooker, and that would be 6 hours. So it just depends on what tools you have at home. But yeah, it's very versatile. You can do it with just about anything. I also did up a big batch of ground not meat and I seasoned that with a packet of our taco seasoning. And this taco seasoning, it comes in a pack of 3, like the pulled pork, of course, gluten-free, both of them, everything gluten-free, nut-free factory, and no ingredients that are not super clean. So this one, you just put the package in with 1.5 pounds of your ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey, or soy, which is what I used. And then you can use it for whatever you want. So you can do traditional tacos with it. Here's what we're going to do with it. We're going to be possibly making it into tacos, but we're also going to be making spaghetti squash boats with it. So it's pretty cool. This is actually a spaghetti squash that I grew in my garden, and it's been in my cold storage, and I kind of noticed it and I thought, oh my goodness, it's February. I harvested this thing, I think, in early October or late September, but it looks beautiful. I've just cleaned it out so it's ready to go. The way you prepare these, the simplest way, you take a sheet pan, face down on the sheet pan so it kind of steams itself inside in the oven, and then you just use a fork to pull up that little sort of spaghetti textured squash, and then it becomes a little boat that you can actually serve as the meal. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that. So I prepped them. I didn't want to cook them because we're not going to eat them today. I don't want them to be, cold and soggy. I wanted them to be nice and fresh for when we're ready. So those will get steamed up, and I'll be adding in some ground beef. We're going to top it with some cheese and avocado. I've just pre-shredded some cheese. I've got avocado 2 different ways. So of course it can just go with avocado slices on there. We could throw a little bit of salsa on there. And I'm also making up some guacamole, and I haven't even, mashed it. So this is our guacamole seasoning, and it is really delicious. And if you do not like spicy salsa, but you'd like to make salsa at home and you want a mix that gives a really great salsa flavor, you can actually use the guacamole dip mix for a non-spicy salsa. It's really a great option for kids. So in here I've thrown 3 tablespoons and 2.5 avocados, some lime, and I actually had some cilantro, so I sprinkled that in. And that is it for this week. So we're gonna just mix and match these things around for different meals that we're gonna be enjoying. But we've got this big batch of beautiful pulled pork. We've got a big serving, a big portion of ground not meat. And then we've got lots of different options to make it with, sandwiches. I just pulled out some, I've got some spinach here, so I'm gonna make pulled pork sandwiches with spinach. We are gonna probably do up some tacos in various different versions. We may do a little homemade pizza and put some pulled pork on it. So all of these things are gonna work on all different levels. And then for breakfast this week, again, it's the gluten-free toast and the banana bread. So we're being a little more indulgent. These are probably not the healthiest breakfast choices for the week, but sometimes it's Valentine's Day week. Sometimes you gotta enjoy a little extra carbs. So that is it for this week. If you are watching this on YouTube, come on over to my VIP Facebook group, and all of these recipes plus everything from the previous week's meal prep plans are over there. There's lots of fun, there's giveaways, there's products that we have, there's recipe swapping, so it's a great place to come and hang out. And if you are watching this on my VIP Epicure group, I would love you to like and subscribe this video on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. It's Monica Regan signing off for the week. Happy Valentine's Day week. Mwah.